wonderful families, and welcome to our latest video on how to hopefully help give you some ideas for addressing less than ideal behavior in your students at home as they are navigating this virtual world. This video is dedicated to the why of behavior, and it is really foundational to any intervention. Anything that we try to do to help change a child's behavior should really start with a reflection on why the behavior is happening. And this is a huge topic that I'm going to try to condense in just a couple minutes. One helpful framework for thinking about behavior is that behavior serves a purpose for a person. There's a function behind it, something that person, consciously or not consciously, is trying to accomplish. And so, for instance, when a student in a classroom is, say, disrupting the teacher while the teacher is talking, they are trying to potentially get attention from peers or an adult because that's an emotional need that they have, and that's their way of getting it. It's like a less pro-social way of trying to get that attention, which is a human need. Or a function of behavior might be to avoid something. So if a student is struggling with math, they might regularly cause a disruption during math in order to avoid it. So one way to think about why is my child doing this behavior is to think about, what are they trying to accomplish? Are they trying to avoid something? Are they trying to get something? Another helpful framework for thinking about behavior is in terms of skills that are not there yet for your child. And I find this particularly helpful when I'm working with younger students, in particular primary. So maybe you have a child who is having a hard time paying attention. It might be helpful to see that through, well, this child has not yet developed the skill of being able to sustain attention for long periods of time. That's something that then, as the adult in their life, we can help them build. Like, oh, this is an opportunity to teach them this really important life skill, and then to celebrate the baby steps that come along with that. Or if a child is, getting in a fight with a sibling, it might be a skill deficit. Oh, they are not yet sure how to handle this situation in a way that helps the relationship instead of hurts it. Impulse control is a huge skill deficit that we can tend to see. We need to learn purposefully how to control our behavior, especially when we feel sad or mad or some other unpleasant emotion, tired. It takes practice to learn how to manage ourselves in those moments, and it is definitely harder when we're in those states. Which brings me to another helpful framework for dealing with this why question of why is my child behaving like this right now. Another popular framework is to think about the state that they're in. Are they tired? Are they hungry? Are they upset about something that happened? Sometimes, and this is something that has come back to me over and over again as a teacher. I've been in a situation where a student is engaging in an inappropriate behavior for a given context. And when I check in with a student, come to learn there's a story behind how they're feeling, and simply being able to take that moment to say what's bothering them is enough to help them move past it and then re-engage in a more positive way. So these are all ideas that might help you as you think about, why is my child engaging in this behavior? Are they trying to avoid or gain something? Is it because they're hungry or tired or upset about something that happened earlier? Or is it because they're lacking a skill that I can help teach them? The big takeaway from this is, before we intervene as adults, it is important to stop for just a microsecond and ask why. Why is this human being, child or adult, engaging in this behavior? And using these frameworks might help you come up with that why. And then once you have that why, then you're able to move forward and be intentional about how you address that behavior, which is what other videos are going to be on in the future. So start with why. Thanks for watching today. See you next time.